Okay, Stargate, Captain's Log, Tuesday morning. I plan on getting these out yesterday morning, I told the chap. So I've got them secured with these plastic strap things inside, and that's all locked down real good, and then there's some kind of dealy wheelies in there. Anyways, this is an iron shishi. I plan on getting this stuff out, but we're having some serious weather that came in. And so that stuff is too long and heavy to stick in the inside there. Waiting for this to go. I think there's more going to come. So I figure what I might do. The truck's all wet. What I'm mainly worried about is if I'm getting to the dinky post office back at the ranch. Sometimes there's the postal trucks, and on the rainy days there's loads of people with cars, and sometimes you got to wait to drive in there, and I just don't want to get the boxes saturated. You know, you've got to deal with that. So this is Japan, mate. You've got to run on Japan time. So that's just a heads up of what's going on. So I'll let my Okyak summers, that's plural, I'll let the customers know what's going on. But yeah, this is actually the best it's been. It's still raining for quite some time. I checked out the radar and it looked like, oh yeah, and I looked at the direction of the wind, but that's bull dust. It's sort of going that way, and as that was saying like 10 hours ago, it was going that way. So anyways, that's what's kind of happening. So yeah, just a bit of a heads. Over the course of the. I'm still waiting on. I've got to deal with some bows. I had to present my. Some time ago, I had to do it with the bank too. I had to go and show my new Visa renewal. And this debit cardy company thing, I went to use the debit cardy thing, and it said, oh, you got to contact the dealer with, and oh man, so I got a buddy onto that, and he called them and did all the computer things, and oh yeah, they need the new Visa information, alrighto. So they sent some paperwork to me, because the old and the new, they said, do it on the computery thing, but you know, computery things, man. Anyways, God, the stress of those. Anyways, so they sent the paperwork to me, and mate helped me do all the bizzo and filled that out, and we were able to get that in the post on Saturday. So as soon as I can confirm that, they said it'll take about a week on their end again, so it took 5 days for the paperwork to get to me. This is Japan. Oh, there they are. I just chucked a hard hat and some safety glasses in there, and I was thinking, I've got a bunch more of those, haven't I? Offshoot thoughts and all. There they are. There's one. I knew I had a few more. There's a hard hat right there. And there's two in there. I knew I had some more, and some safety belts and stuff. I was like, where are they? Right. So yeah, it should be straightforward from here. My buddy's saying there's always red tape and all kinds of blah blah, and I said, oh, maybe this isn't correct or something, you know. In fact, my address had in kanji, maybe when it translated or something, it showed Fukuoka, so the city of Fukuoka. So sometimes you say Fukuoka-shi, Fukuoka, or some bullshit like that. Fukuoka ward, Fukuoka province, Fukuoka city, and all this blah blah. And so we had to get the bloke on the phone said they had to get that changed. It was kind of funny when they said, do you allow this person to translate for you, to represent you, to translate you? And he said that in Japanese. And my buddy goes, he said in Japanese, is it okay that I handle your stuff for you and translate? I go, so yo, watashi no tomodachi kako yo, ii hito. I said, yeah, it's okay. He's my friend. He's a good person. It's amazing. Right. So working on that, things are happening. It's just got to mess about with that stuff. So once I get that sorted out, it should be sorted out this week. And then I can contact FedEx about getting the package out there. Who knows what goes on there? Japan time, mate. That's what happens. You know, that's the way it is. Right, so I've got 4 of them all up. Probably more around. I'm thinking about getting the... I've got a few workman belts and dealy wheelies. Because, now it's not confirmed as yet, but how's my tree going? It isn't confirmed as yet, but I may be on a mission this year. Alright, coming towards the end of the year. And therefore, the plan. Oh, motocross, mate. The Australians. No. The Australians won the motocross of nations. The motocross of nations. They held it in England. Next year's going to be in the US. And the Yanks, no, came second. They did fantastic, actually. Because they were dealing with all kinds of dudes. Some dudes might be in, some dudes might be out, and then they'll put some other dudes in there due to injuries, and they finally made it. But awesome racing. Some bloke from Slovenia. Where'd this bloke come from? He's awesome. I bet next year he'll be in the States, and he'll be getting big money contracts. Yeah. Anyways, back to it. I may be on a mission, maybe. I haven't finalised anything yet. At the end of this year, or maybe even sooner. So what I'm going to do, I might have to hold off with the auction houses and stuff. Back in the day, I used to do this when the world all sort of went nutso, and I would Itali. So what I'm trying to say here is, back in the day, which wasn't so long ago, when the world was good, I would shut down not shut down completely, but I would go on, put my eBay and Etsy on holiday mode, okay, and people can still buy stuff, but you know, just under the proviso that they contact me and say, yeah, I'm well aware that, you know, it's on a holiday mode, but holiday is not the plan, but that's the options you have. And I remember years ago I came back, and I was like, whoa, and I just had all this stuff I had to do, but it eventually worked out. So the moral of that story is, if you've been watching stuff and you're like, yeah, I want that, there will be eventually, maybe in about 4 weeks time, 3 weeks time or something, I might just start getting closer and closer to finalization of ideas, and just weighing some options right now and go, righto, there might be a particular cut-off day there where I can't send anything anymore, so I'll sort of lead up to that. If you're going to buy something, a lot of people sit there and, you know, watch things and all, hope you might price that down or something. It's not happening. If you're going to buy something, I'll get onto it pretty soon, make that happen. Alright, that's sort of a bit of a heads up of what's going on. Fire God, it's awesome. Anyway, there's a Jizzo right there. Yeah, I've got some awesomenesses of awesome that I want to show. Will be great for repair there. Tiger drops awesome, and that's a beautiful Koto. It's got all the dealy wheelies. Got some stuff. Now I was just over in our other warehouse, and I happened upon this. So I doubt the Tunny fella's going to show up today. This is the Tunny fella's. He's got some smaller ones too. These trays. They're dokudogu trays. Carpenter, tradesman, doody woodies. That's the technical term. These kinds of things. I keep these in a little one there. and there's some in those packages right there. And so I just did the sizes because for sea freight, and that'll come in 5 centimeters under, so that could go. What's this say? Showa Sanjunin Ichigatsu. That's January. Let's see. 1926, 1956. Go back 1 year for the first year of the show period. January 1955. What a unit. I'll have to contact the tunny fella and say, hey, can I have that? So I don't know just yet. But what I'm thinking is I've got tools here and tools here and tools in there and tools there and tools there. Just the compilations. Tools there and tools there. I'm going to just chuck them all in and just have a look to see if they fit. But anyways, yeah, that's a heads up of what is kind of sort of could be possibly maybe happening, maybe. Don't know. So as I say, I haven't finalised everything just yet. So that's that. Who cares about that? Let's think more about motocross. Yeah, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Aye, aye, aye. The Aussies, they won. And how's the final race there? That bloke from Slovenia. Tell ya, these Slovenians, you know, like Barbara for U2C. Imagine if the Australians and Slovenians started to have a bit of a kissy poos and marriagey and all that. They could have super kids. Well, hey, good looking, they're strong obviously. This bloke on the Barbara for U2C, she's a YouTuber. A good looking bird, that one. Anyways, yeah, cat, hey, bird. Anyways, on the last couple of laps, the Slovenian bloke's chasing the Jettison, and the Jettison gets to the last few turns, thinks he's got it in the bag. It's kind of one of those deals. Well, I mean, they were battling for, and then they started to go through the back markers, all right, and they're passing all these dudes, and they're trying to get through them, the lappers, as we also call them. And they're trying to get through the lappers, and sometimes they get caught up and because they don't know you're coming or whatever, and they're supposed to, they get these flags that say, the top guys are coming through, the race leaders are coming through, and they wave these flags and blah blahs, and generally they're out of the way. But anyways, it's like those situations where you see in the Olympics and stuff, you see these dudes marathon, they start like celebrating, and then they look over and go, uh-oh, and someone passes them. The Jettison, he looks over and like, oh, he goes and gives it a blasty poos on the whiskey throttle, and hear that clip, I go, that means the slider is dropping down on the car beat all the way, baby. Now, and so this bloke, he passes him in the last, just at the last moment of the race, and then he gets the win of that race. But the overall points went to the Australians. I think the Americans were only 3 points behind, 4 points behind them. Just wow! Imagine that, going and representing your country. Yeah, in the awesomenesses of awesome sport. There is. Yes. I should have gone and just destroyed everybody, and the sales for the tissue company stocks and all would have just risen. Just take safety koala with me and just take this beast and just like make everybody cry on the Kaminoko bike, the Godchild bike. See, if you run a number 2 or number 3 or whatever, you're pretty good. You run a number 1, you're great, but yeah, but anyway. Alright, now, the plan. Alright, so getting some plans in order this week. Hopefully I can dive into all of this, get this stuff sorted out. I'm sort of thinking I might be able to start happening with that debit card thing on Thursday, hopefully. Just a matter of just sort of time and getting through it. You know, red tape, mate. It's just a matter of getting through it, that's all. Right, so that's pretty much a heads up of what's going on. How's this awesomeness of awesome? I picked that out of a box. I said to the seller bloke there as things were. This is on the outside section of this auction house, and I'm moving along. And something we all do it, you know, pick along. Oh, collie duck, you know, what this only? Is that okay? Like, yeah. Sometimes, oh no, is sure. That means I want to sell it all together. But sometimes you can pick things out and at a bunch of different auctions. This thing, awesome for a real deal, like big bell, you know. Yeah, that's a real deal. That's for a big hand show or something like that. Buddhist temple, right? Now, okay, let me chuckle in all these. Just go around and find these dealy wheelies and just chuck it in there. Then I'll take them all out and yeah, hopefully, anyways, I'll deal with that. Hopefully we'll have some decent enough weather. I mean, I could get this done, but I might get to the post office, and then, you know, I know just on rainy days, all loads of cars and people are rushing and trying to make it happen. And, you know, I have in the past over the years end up with saturated boxes, and I'm like, shh, and then going to have to repack everything again, you know. So it's Japan time, mate. You know, that's what it is. That's just the way it is, baby. Breaking the song. Whoa, baby. Right, now let's figure this out. Starting to look like I won't have enough room in that. I've got another tray over there. You know, I'm gonna be seeking a weather report pretty soon, because we might be okay. Get the tarps out, wrap all that stuff. Yeah, it's Japan time, mate. Japan time. So, yeah, weather report could be quite useful right now. I left the phone back at the ranch. Right, I'll just keep doing this for a while. Wait on someone to show up and get a better idea what's going on. Oh, I've got all those to go too. And I keep finding dealy wheelies to chuck in. Soldier up. I'm telling you, I'll just do a bit of a finalisation with size things. I'll have to put some kind of thing on there first, and then get the plastic strappy things and put tension on that, and then do this wrapping dealy wheelie. I think we're good. So currently under 27 kilos. I think we can keep that under there maybe. I might find some other dealy wheelies around here. Just sort of 30 kilos is the max one size wise I'm worried about here, but this is looking potentially pretty groovy. There's actually some real deal old school kana means planes in here, but this formulation is, I found some dealy wheelies in there. I'm going to sift through there some more. I was worried about weight. I think, oh yeah, that's one of those. There's a few other different types of hammers in there. I figured, oh, that one looks pretty cool. There's some in there that aren't. I mean, that's just a standard kind of thing, so I won't worry about that. But no, I'll go through some other dealy wheelies. We'll see how we go. What's going on in here? Yeah. Key eye on that one. A bit more key eye. Yeah. Did some key eye. All kinds of different files. Oh, there's a pack of. There's a pack of bastards. A pack of bastard files. they really are called, I'll show you, this is, I'll show you right now, that, its true name is a bastard file. I'm serious. So, I found a pack of bastards. That's a toolmaker's joke. But anyways, now. Toolmaker's file. It's triangular dealy, really. I might be able to. See how we go here. See how many we can whack in here. Now that box won't fit, but I've got some of these type in there. There's some good condition too. See the heat treating there. Looks like they might have had a handle on that at one stage. You know what? I believe. Yeah, I'll see what's going on here. What's going on? Breaking the song again. And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. I could fit those in. Hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? This reminds me of something. I sent some rings last year to my kid. Didn't get a word. Did they get there? That was through a different service. So I went to the post office and I sent this. Yeah, it's gonna work. I sent this this necklace that I found. Thinking about this and something else at the same time, which is generally what I do. Yeah, I sent this. Some old dividers. Does anyone want those? Probably. Probably. If maybe like bonsai thingamajig. They're bonsai thingamajiggies. That's real deal bonsai. Ideally release. Yeah, so I found this necklace, and a friend said, "Oh, stick a magnet on it to see if it's the real deal." And it wasn't magnetic. It's not like iron plated. And the real deal. It's silver, and it's got these gems and stuff in it. And I wore it for about 6 months. I found it at the base. I even filmed it when the day I found it. I found it at this base of this tree, but it wasn't. The chain wasn't broken. It was actually linked up like you normally would once you put it around your neck. So I'm sort of guessing maybe there was a bit of a romantic interlude or something that went on. It was like, oh, the babe was like, oh, I might just take this off so it doesn't break or something like that. Well, it was actually in an area of where they've got track and field, so that could be it. And they sort of a group or something or whatever, they decided they're going to go running. Oh, don't want to break this, so through exercise. Here comes the rain again. Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory. Yep, see, so I'm just gonna have to use Providence on this one. Yep, she's coming again. It's raining. It's gonna save a worm from drowning in there. I figure I was going to go in there and get something to pop him out, but he seemed to be, he had a chance. He's not there now, so he might have gotten out. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's swimming away. Seems like they're happy enough in there. There he is. He's just about out of there. It looks like he's found his way out. Alright, saving worms now. I mean, I wonder if that's some kind of Buddhist thing. I'm trying not to get all this rusty kind of... Right. So yeah, I was out there, I sent this, so yeah, maybe it was due to people that were at the track and field place, because it was really close to this track and field place, the car park next to it, and they're probably, yeah, that's probably more likely, and they probably said, oh, I'll just take this off so I don't get it broken while I do the the sports event or something, and totally forgot to pick it up. You know, something like that. Or they put it in a bag and it broke or whatever, it fell out of the bag or whatever. You know, something happened. And so it's a real deal, silver with these gems in it. And so I wore it for 6 months, and then my kid's birthday came around, which was, like, today is that one, and it was that one. And so I was with some chaps in town, and we were playing chess. And we were like, righto, and I get a message. Exie and I broke up 19 years ago, but Exie still pays for my mobile phone. It's taken a while to pull myself out of the shizzle, you know. My, did I fall into some kind of... Anyways, this is a good thought. And so we're playing chess and a bit of laughy poos, and I get this message from my kid. Thank you for the present, and I'm 19 now, and I'm going to university, and so that means, and my buddy was saying that, that means she passed her exams to get into uni, because she's only, like, she just turned 19 just on that Saturday, and she wrote she's studying biochemistry, is that it? Yeah, something like that. Cause she said a couple of years ago she's into biotechnology, and so she's studying. She wrote, because her English ain't too good, biochemical or biochemistry. So she's gotten into university with this biochemistry stuff, and so I was like, right, what do you need to know for that? And so I started looking it up with the biometrics and the chemical and mathematical processes of when they put the dealy wheelies together, and the different, what sort of employment opportunities come along from that, the medical industry and the this, that and the other, and chemical companies and all this kind of dealy wheelies. Lots of opportunities there. Apparently you got to be pretty cluey. Now obviously those that have been welcome my new subbies, my new loyal Ronin. My channel is every now and again you get a few more extra people that are like, whoa, wish I was like that guy. Anyways, what do we got now? 593 loyal Ronin. Good work. We never know what's going to happen. I mean, like, yeah. You know, yeah. So yeah, just sort of, if you're not subscribed and you're a good person, subscribe. Anyways, yeah, so Exie still pays for my mobile phone bill, and has done. I'm on their plan. So that's great. What a relief that is. And boom, yeah, my kid says she's going to uni in biotech, so that plan from a few years back is happening. And so what is it? Biochemistry or something. I don't really know much about it, but don't know anything about it. But yeah, I'm looking at those formulas and all this stuff, and you got to know all this math, and you got to know all this, like, some kind of bizzo. So I'm like, whoa, you know. And I said to the chaps there, whoa, let's get a photo and send it to her. I said, I'm at this park, and it's called Ohori Park, and where we were playing chess was actually really close. It's in the same suburb, if you will, of where she went to high school, this fancy pants high school that she went to. So you know, you got to be like smart and all that. Maybe the genetics just jumped a year or something, because I'm dumb as shit, right? And she studies all this stuff, but you know, that's what they do in Japan. From the get-go, they study and study and study. I've seen her back when she was like 10. She was studying away, and her mother wouldn't let her go to play. We were off to go play and pretend we're like ninjas and stuff by the river, and you know, being attacked by a bunch of fake snakes, because you know, I can teach. And she said, no, you got to finish off your mathematics first. And she wanted to go and hang out with me to run around and play. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. And she goes, righto. And she's a bit ticked off. So she goes, righto. And she gets a pen and goes, just go, ping. And she spins the paper around, slides it across to her mum. And she goes, in Japanese, check it to see if it's right. And the mother goes, Exie, yeah? And just goes, looks through it. As my kids go, I go, oh, kantan desu ka? And means, is it easy? And she goes, looks at him, just easy. I just sort of looks over like that in my direction, easy. and off we go and have some fun. So just throughout their study, they go to school, they get their homework, and they spend so much time involved in all that sort of stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't exactly see her, because the Nightmare Storm texty thing came to me back then and said, oh, she was going to this on Sundays to this to learn traditional dance and etiquette and all this kind of stuff, this fancy pants place, and to do that in town, and in Hakata, which is sort of this area where the traditional kind of, in this area you got like, basically it's just like a sister city, you know, you got Tenjin and Hakata. Anyways, that's where you find Hakata Ningyo, which is the Hakata dolls. Probably got something like that laying about here somewhere. There's some kind of doll, but it's not the same. It's some kind of doll. That's Onaji Chugao. Anyways, and so Saturday was our day, and there was like she wants me to tell you that she never gets a chance to see her friends, and that was the end of that. Boom. Not her fault, you know, I'm alright with it. I was like, alright, you know, I knew it was coming, I knew that storm was coming, but, sorry, yeah. I guess you can have those. If I can sort of make them fit sometime. Yeah, we've still got like a half a kilo to go. Yeah, so that was that. Anyways, I figure, well, isn't it awesome that she's got her friends and she's got a life and got a world. That's what Exie said one day. She said she has her life. She has her world. So, oh, yeah. We have another voltage tester. Old school style. Still way too techie for me. My kid could work that out. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. I mean, that's what they do in this land. They study and succeed. And prior to that, like up to the age of 16, it was all about marathon running and track and field. She went to a particular school for that very purpose. In junior high school, they picked out one that did that very thing. That's one of the units that I went and bought one of these. We needed one of these units, exactly the same as this, exact size, for the big air compressor in the other warehouse. Just kind of mumbling all kinds of stuff here, but I'm on a real high about it. I said to these guys, oh, this is like energy for the soul, you know. My kids contacted me. Just a few words, man. And then this kind of really cool, you know how they put like, not an emoji, but some kind of other thing that's sort of, some kind of emoji thing that it sort of represents a thumbs up. So I was like, this here is just energy for the soul, you know? Yeah. Wow, did that just give me reason to continue? Yeah. So, we have, how'd this go again? One's like neutral, earth, think that might be positive, negative, something like that. I'd have to look over it again. Anyways, would they fit? It's a matter of fitting, really. For those that might... I reckon that'll have to do, won't it? Possibly, maybe. But anyways... This computery dealy-wheelie, decided to stop. It stops at 17 minutes and 6 seconds, I think it does. Right, it's just that I'll have to put some dealy-wheelies on that, so we're getting real close. So the max, we're at 29.4, I believe. I can make that happen for up to the max. Max, you'll be back. That makes one. That can happen. I'll have to ask my friend if I can actually have that box in the first place. But that's kind of cool. So there you go. Yes, I've been reading up about biotechnology and the kind of things you would need to understand in order even to just get into the course, and the standards in Asia, man. I'm like, whoa, you know, yeah, it's just whoa, high level stuff. So there you go. Oh, what we got here? That there is a ring 4. See, it's one of those dealy wheelies, and we have, yep, that can fit, and that can be okay for weight wise, so that's good. All right, that's just a bit of a heads up of what's going on. I've got some plans, got some soul energy. Yeah, mate, I should go out and blast around on that and break my leg or something. Yeah, that'd be good. I'm gonna have to start hitting this again for the rest of this month, I reckon, something like that, because I've got to go on a mission. Yes, but with the excess soul energy, we're gonna be okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's just on a bit of a high about that. Or could that be the coffee that I had this morning? Forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned. I got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and I was like, oh man, what do I do right now? So I went to the 7-Eleven to sin and I bought a coffee. It's true. And on Saturday afternoon I bought some no alcohol beers. I have sinned, my Lord. Going all Jerry Farwell style. I mean, talk about a walk on the wild side. Okay, I better get that off the scale right now, or else the spring will probably lose some elasticity. Righto. Well, the rain stopped again. So I figured I'll do. Well, I figure if my kid's smart enough to work out all the mathematics of all these thingamajiggies and thermodynamics and all this physics and all this kind of stuff, and surely there's got to be something in my genetic line that can figure this out. Now, look at this. Just touching there, untouching there. Now, vision issue, huckle, my head's going to be there. Now, let's see now, velocity ratio, mechanical advantage, efficiency. Alright, I reckon we can make this happen. Now, if velocity ratio equals... By Jove, I think he's got it. Alright. Yeah, probably could have chucked some stuff in there, but I've got all kinds of other stuff in there. And should chuck that rope in. Need some new rope in one of these days. Right, let's do this and see if that works. Key eye on this one. Always do that, because you know how sometimes when you go to close them and there's like a seat belt or something and it won't close properly. What you do then is just some kind of verifying in the brain that it's actually closed correctly. You'll probably start doing that now. Alright, let us get back to the ranch, make some considerations and calculations of we'll check out the weather radar. To continue with that, contact the tunny fella about that. Now, he might just go, yeah, no worries, or he might say, oh, I wanted that for something. Alright, no worries, and we'll figure something else out. Right, get that sorted out, then just sort of progress into the next Monday and the next Monday and the next Monday. Then Tsugi no problem, Tsugi no problem, and Tsugi no problem. How's that for a conversion? Alright, let's do this. Rich piano. Well, here's me worrying about the weather here. It's actually cleared up and it's going to be okay. At 1 o'clock-ish now, I'll be able to get to the post office. Hurricane Milton, hey? These chaps got a battering just the other day, didn't they? So they're saying that this thing here, they believe the tracking will go something like that-ish. Halfway through, hit like Tampa or something like that. My, these chaps are getting some serious... This is a serious area for hurricanes, isn't it? Plenty of that going on there too. I was just talking to the tunny fella, and yeah, it's 1 o'clock on Tuesday. 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday. So I was just checking out what's going on here. So good to go. And I mentioned to him about this. I said, I probably spoke to you a couple of weeks ago about this wooden box thing you've got in our shared warehouse. And I said, so I think I said a couple of weeks ago I wouldn't mind having that. And he said, yeah, that's okay. And I said, what are you doing today? And tomorrow, actually. I said, what are you doing tomorrow? And he goes, oh, today I'm drinking. Hey, I'll hold him to it. I said, you said I can have that box, so that's just the way it is. Actually, I think he said a couple of weeks ago you can have it anyway, so that's cool. Alright, yeah, so these chaps are... Yeah, I was worried about my weather situation. I reckon that could probably turn into something too down there. But these chaps here are... actually the Americans can all band together and send in some blokes that know what they're doing and help out. That'll be good to see. Alright then, right, let me get my stuff sorted out then.